First, I'd like to open it by extending our condolences and good cheers to all of those who suffered during this most terrific and horrific storm. My firm is dislocated, but I told all of my employees as we wander around New York looking for a place to hang our hat that we're talking about, you know, some place to go to work and opposed to, but we all have roofs over our heads. So you count your small blessings, and I especially want to, as my colleague did in our previous meeting, is to thank all of the administrators and presidents and chancellors, etc., for their very noble work during this storm on behalf of the citizens and residents of New York City. I think this was an opportunity when we saw New York at its best and some of it at its worst. But I want to thank everyone here who pitched in and who will continue to pitch in, because this will go off the front page of the newspaper soon. But for those whose lives are impacted, it will be in their lives for many, 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 many days and months to come. So thank you to CUNY for hanging in there. And remember that our citizens look to CUNY to always lead with guidance and with blessings. So with that, I'd like to turn to our meeting for this evening. And the first order of business is approval of the minutes of September 5th of 2012. May I have a vote to approve item 1A, the minutes of September 5th?
So moved.
May I have a second?
Second.
It's been moved and second. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstention, the motion carries. We'll now move to the policy calendar. We have two policy items. Senior Vice President Rick Schaefer will present item 1B1, revision to the university's policy on equal opportunity, non-discrimination, and against sexual harassment. Mr. Schaefer.
This resolution represents the coalescence of two initiatives. You'll recall about 6 months ago, we were working on a policy or a provision that would amend the policy relating to intimate relationships between faculty and students, or between supervisors and their supervisees. The previous policy had strongly discouraged such relationships. The revision to the policy would prohibit them, except with a very narrow exception in the case of supervisors and supervisees. At the same time, we learned that, or I learned that my office and Ginger Waters' office had been working together on a revision generally to the policies relating to discrimination and sexual harassment. We had several different policies. The goal was to bring them together into a single comprehensive policy, shorten it, make it easier to read and to follow. And so rather than do this piecemeal, we held up on the amendments to the provisions relating to intimate relations to let the rewording and reworking of the general policies go forward. That's now been accomplished. And so we now have a proposed draft of a policy that I think accomplishes the goals of being shorter and easier to follow, and at the same time incorporates the changes that I've just described relating to intimate relations. And so we're ready to bring it to the board.
Thank you. May I have a motion for approval?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
It's been moved and second. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? The motion carries. Thank you very much. I will now call on President James Meiskens to present item 1B2, a naming at Queens College.
Thank you very much. I'm delighted to be here to ask your approval of naming our choral room, the Robert and Jacqueline Willens Choral Room. They have given and pledged $260,000 for scholarships, which we're very, very happy about. These would be scholarships for folks either in the Division of Education, where she had her degree, or in accounting and economics, where she's made her livelihood. She is now a member of the Queens College Foundation, and we're delighted that she's made this commitment, and we think this is the beginning of a lot more. So if we can name this this room in their honor, we think that will continue to help us in that pursuit. So I ask for your approval of this resolution.
Thank you. May I have a motion for approval?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
It's been moved in second. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstention, the motion carries. Thank
Thank
you
you.
very much.
Good job, Judy.
Thank you.
I assume one sings in the choral room. This completes our policy calendar. Now we'll move on to the Chancellor University report items. We have 2 appointments to consider. The first of City College of New York with President Lisa. Join us at the table to present items 1C1, appointment of a new vice president.
Thank you all, and I also want to express my condolences to those who've lost family, friends in this tragedy, and also my thanks to CUNY for having shown such incredible leadership. CUNY has been amazing. So it is truly my pleasure tonight to bring for your consideration before you Praveen Panchal, to look at him as an appointment in our senior management team as the Vice President for Information Technology and Computing, Academic Computing. Praveen has been a long-term CUNY person. Praveen is sitting back there, and he started out in 1999 at Ostos, from 1999 to 2002, and from 2006 to 2012, he was the Chief Information Officer at John Jay. I can't tell you what a wonderful addition he is to City College. We tremendously need somebody with his great expertise in information systems, in CUNY first, and in understanding the strategic approach to information technology and computer, academic computing. So it's really a great honor to present him to you this evening.
Thank you. May I have a motion for approval?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
It's been moved in second. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstention? The motion carries. And Mr. Praveen, would you join us here at the table?
Thank you.
Well, I don't have to say welcome to CUNY, but I have to say thank you for your continued service to CUNY. Would you like to address the committee?
Well, thank you, President, for presenting me to the board, and thank you for your confidence in me. And I'm looking forward to taking this responsibility and moving City College of New York to the next level in technology, and taking those challenges and bring, in fact, not only City College, but CUNY to the next level in technology.
Well, thank
I
you.
just want to
very much.
congratulate you on your appointment. It's a wonderful appointment.
Thank you.
Thank you. As one who has had all of our technology down for the last week, I really appreciate technology a lot. You don't realize how much you use it until you don't have it. President Keys will introduce item 1C2, appointment of Vice President Chief Operating Officer at York College.
Yes. I'm really delighted to present to you Mr. Ronald C. Thomas as the Vice President of Administration and Finance and Chief Operating Officer at York College. Ron has been an integral part of York for many, many years, over 20. So we consider him a CUNY and even a York veteran. During the last year and a half, he served as the acting vice president when we lost our then vice president to CCNY, Jerry Postman. But prior to that, 6 years prior to that, he'd served as dean of administration. He's held a number of important positions at the college in continuing education, in institutional advancement, and now in this important position at this time. Ron holds a bachelor's degree in economics from Fordham and a master's degree in economics from the New School of Social Research. And he's really provided great leadership to us over the years. and in particular over these last few weeks and months and days of our work with CUNY, and delighted to present him to the trustees for appointment.
Thank you. May I have a motion for approval?
So moved.
Second? It's been moved in second. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstention? The motion carries. Would you join us at the table? It's a pleasure to acknowledge our long-term, in my son's school, if you stay at the same school from kindergarten to 12th grade, they call you a survivor. So I think that term is appropriate for you, and welcome here this evening.
Thank you, Madam Chairwoman, and thank you, President Keyes, for the opportunity to serve your college in this new role. I look forward to the challenges ahead, and there are a few that, with which we must deal. And I look forward to working with my colleagues on campus, as well as the Chancellery, to help move the college and university forward.
Thank you very much, and congratulations. We'd like to advise the committee of several faculty appointments with tenure, and this report is for information purpose only and does not require a vote. We'll turn now to Vice Chancellor Waters.
Thank you, Madam Chair. My report this evening is very short. First, given the fact that we have now strengthened our anti-discrimination and sexual harassment policy, I do want to provide the committee with information regarding how things have progressed over the years since we have been addressing these issues before. So there'll be a report that goes out to the committee later to look at where we are in this regard as we move forward and strengthen the policy. Secondly, as you can imagine, the university has been consumed with attending to the students, faculty, and staff affected by Hurricane Sandy. I'm not sure that you're aware that over 1,000 of our faculty and staff were identified as living in Zone A, which means they were potential evacuees. Our community has lost at least 4 students. The Chancellor, as you know, has established a council to coordinate relief efforts within CUNY, and I'm very honored to be able to co-chair that committee with Vice Chancellor Sanchez. And my office will be working diligently to try to provide services to those who are in need in the CUNY community. And that's what we'll be working on in the next few weeks, certainly, as we organize and coordinate these efforts. So I just wanted to let you know that that's what my office will be doing.
You said that we lost 4 students?
Mm-hmm. Yes. There were 4 students. I don't have the names in front of me. It was a...
We lost a graduate student from Brooklyn College in a master's program in fine arts. We lost a student who was walking with him, a student in English at Hunter College. We lost a young woman who touched a hotline and was electrocuted from Lehman, and who had then transferred to LaGuardia Community College. And we lost another student, I forget, a gentleman, College of Staten Island, who was very sad. This is the one who was in the basement with his father embracing, and they were found in that position after rescue workers came to their home. So 4 students were lost, and I'm sure countless numbers of students and staff have been left in very, very serious states from homelessness to other assaults in their day-to-day living. So we're moving aggressively with all of our deans of students on each campus to identify those people, both students and staff, and we're going to provide assistance very, very quickly at all levels that we can. So if I talked to the Council of Presidents this morning and said that I had spent several hours with FEMA on Saturday touring the Rockaway Peninsula, and I have never seen in my life such devastation. peoples whose lives have been terribly, terribly disruptive, and lives really in shambles at this point. No heat, no electricity, houses ruined, cars ruined, no ability to get replacement vehicles because there are none to be leased, no gasoline. It's really just remarkable how this storm devastated communities starting at the southwestern tip of the Rockaway Peninsula in a place called Breezy Point, right through Belle Harbor, Neponset, Rockaway Beach, into Far Rockaway. It is something that none of us have ever experienced, that kind of devastation, and people who are really, really suffering. So, we have limited resources and limited abilities at a university, but I must say that, as I said earlier today, and I'll say it again, Alan Dobrin, who was our key person throughout this disaster, really did yeoman work, really. I mean, we owed Alan a debt of great gratitude, and the people that Alan has surrounded himself with. I was on a conference call yesterday with many of the vice presidents, thanking them for their tireless work. Many of them have not slept now for several days just to ensure that their campuses were brought up to speed, and to, on top of that, we have had so many evacuees housed at our campuses, at York College, at Hunter College, at Baruch College, at John Jay, Queens College. I mean, we have really stood up and said, a great urban university like this has many strengths and moral obligations. And so I want to thank Alan for really coordinating this with all of the vice presidents. It made me proud, and I think it should make all of us proud to see how effectively we've all worked together as an integrated university when so many of our constituents have been so wounded by this terrible storm.
Just that one piece. Just to give you a sense of magnitude, Brian Cohen, our CIO, over the weekend worked with the Carsey Center mapping at Hunter, and we took the addresses of our faculty and staff and the addresses that are in Zone A, and it looks like we have faculty and staff, we have 1,168 people who are affected. We would have 7,682 students, so nearly 9,000 CUNY citizens who are in Zone A. And if you were in Zone A, the chances of you having had real problems, including flooding and loss of power, are very, very high. So we'll be reaching out to all of them. The other piece I'll just add is we still have 1,700 people, and York has had more than anybody. But we've had well over 2,000 people staying with us from the flood zones over the last week.
Well, again, congratulations to the Chancellery, and it's just representative of why we all enjoy serving here at the university, and know that you can count on us in whatever services we can provide as well. How many CUNY campuses were impacted, I know I would imagine Kingsborough.
Kingsborough, certainly. BMCC.
BMCC.
Yeah, they were affected in a lot of ways. We had 6 campuses that lost power. We had 3 campuses that had physical damage, and we had 10 campuses that have shelters. Many of them still have shelters. So they're all different ways they're affected. Very few campuses that weren't affected.
Okay. Any other questions, comments?
I'm glad that I'm glad that we're going to put the flag up. You said it
Tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Flags will be going half-mast.
Yeah, think that's a very appropriate.
All right, are there any other questions, comments? There being none, may I have a motion for adjournment?
So moved.
Thank you. Second? I guess the meeting is adjourned. Thank you.